Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's March 10th, 2025. It's not been too bad weather-wise outside. Maybe around -3 or -4, getting up to a high of 1 degree this afternoon, which is already this afternoon because it's been one of those days. I got ready, went to work, got a call, my plans changed, and it was a day to take care of my parents. So, glad to say everything is okay now, but yeah, kind of gives you a shock first thing in the morning when you get that phone call. Well, today we're switching gears. We're going to talk about some mail that arrived last week. I had 3 letters that came in, all had stamps in them, and so I wanted to show you which ones came. And so, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, you subscribe, you leave positive comments, you share with other people, and you put the notification bell on so you don't miss out on anything. The very first envelope we're going to start with is this one here with these beautiful love stamps. These ones here, of course, are the brand new ones for 2025. This comes from Kelly in Ohio, and she sent a nice letter saying she hopes that this letter arrives in time for the giveaway. Now, that was the giveaway that we had for the month of February on my Stamp versus Stamp. Every month we do a giveaway, and last month it was the Love series. I focused on talking about Robert Indiana, the artist who had created the very first Love series stamps in the US, and we gave away some other things that also had to do with love because it was February, because my wife's birthday falls in February. So we did do that. Now, this envelope did unfortunately arrive after the fact when the winner had been chosen and the stamps had been mailed off, but I will show you what she sent. And some of these things will end up in my collection now, which is great, or maybe go into a future giveaway on another topic. So let's have a look. I'm going to start first, before I put the camera down on the table, show you this postcard with the beautiful love stamp in here, 1982, the 20-cent stamp. It is blank, so as a post crosser, I can use that to mail off too for someone who loves stamps, maybe a Valentine's themed card. Who knows what I'll use it for. But let's show you the stamps that are before me. I just showed you this beautiful postcard. Along with it came these 4 unused stamps and a single stamp too of the same, plus a series of 4, not a series, I guess, a block of 4 used. And then these dog and cat stamps came out a couple of years ago, so they're relatively new. And not all the stamps are part of the Love series. Some of them are just have to do with love, which was the theme. So nice cancellations in there too. This one here, definitely not a love stamp, but certainly has the Minnie Mouse and Mickey showing affection. So nice variety in here. And I really appreciate Kelly taking the time to send them on. The next envelope I wanted to show you was this one that came from the Netherlands, from Pief. I found through post crossing. I sent her a postcard. She said that she liked stamps, so in it with the postcard I included some stamps. Now, she went around and sent me some stamps back because my address was on the envelope, and so I guess we've become stamp trading partners now. I sent her some back, and then she sent another envelope. So she also included a nice post-crossing postcard in the envelope and a good selection of the Netherlands. Now, there are a couple that are not the Netherlands or not directly related to the Netherlands, so I'll show you those 2 that are in here. Kind of cool. We might as well start here with this particular stamp, and then we'll flow through a few of these smaller Netherlands stamps. This one, well, these 2 actually really stuck out for me because they're a little bit older and just the way they're put together. Dutch Indies. And you can see there is a real mix between new and older stamps here. There'll be a few here that would have already been in my father's collection, and a few that are not, that's for sure. So I'm very much appreciative of her effort to send me these. These Dutch Antilles ones are quite interesting too. And then here you got a Suriname, so that one doesn't quite fit in, but that's the French colony. I guess it's not colony anymore. It's the independence for French Guiana. These ones here with the red cross too really caught my eye. Whole series of those. So when we pull way back, quite a few stamps. The third and final letter I have to show you today was this envelope that showed up from Robert in Manitoba. And inside he has included a couple of postcards of Niagara Falls that have not been written on, so they can go out into the world again through here. Plus, he included a couple envelopes of stamps. Now he has a little letter in here that he's included that says that his father was looking for some New Brunswick or Maritime Province stamps and hoped that we could do a trade for what he sent. Now, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, those stamps are very old. There weren't very many of them produced, and they are quite expensive, so they're not something that I have duplicates of, unfortunately. But I do have a collection of Newfoundland stamps that I'd gotten at an auction, and I've got some duplicates in that. So what I'm going to do, Robert, if you're watching this, I will make up an envelope of those, and hopefully those will work for your father's collection. In the meantime, I want to show you what Robert sent. There are some a variety of countries. There's mostly Great Britain in one of the envelopes, but we have a bunch of different countries in the other that I'd like to show you. Let's start with the stamps that are, let's say, not the British ones, because there were more of those. So, Burundi, some very nice bird stamps going through here. A lot of CTOs, that's tend to what you get from those. Same with Yemen, a lot of CTOs that come out of Yemen too, but really nice stamps if you're a stamp collector or the theme you like is a part of CTOs. Cancel the orders. I've done a video about that recently, so if you weren't sure what CTOs were, you can go check out that video. These are the only stamps that were actually still on paper, so also some nice flowers on stamps. And some butterflies from Bulgaria. A couple stamps from Paraguay. One from France, relatively new. Some of the castles from Spain. Or how about a beautiful butterfly series from Guinea. One day we'll get into the African stamps, the African countries. And these may be featured again because they're a beautiful set. And then we've got some here too from Hungary. Those of you that like horses on stamps, there are a bunch of really nice ones. All right, shifted around the table. Now we can see the British stamps. This one's got a little bit of a nibble out of it. 25th anniversary of the coronation. There'll be a few in here that you probably recognize that maybe we've talked about before. Always nice to see the Queen on the stamps as she was featured for so many years during her reign. There you can see there's a couple stamps there. Another Silver Jubilee one. Isle of Man. Of course, the Penny Black. We've talked about that in the past. The very first stamp issued. And the Machen, we've talked about that. We've had a giveaway on that in the past as well. So many different Machens have come out. You can see one from Hong Kong is snuck in there. And there's certainly some Christmas stamps, as Great Britain has issued many Christmas stamps. Castles, stamp from Guernsey. Winston Churchill there on a stamp. Here at the very end, 12 Days of Christmas. You remember we've done a stamp versus stamp on that. There's the Lords of Leaping. So many stamps. Which brings me full circle. I'm back here again. There are the three envelopes that contained all the stamps that I just showed you. It's always nice to get a surprise in the mail. I go out looking for what postcards may have arrived through post-crossing, and I find letters from direct swaps that I find out there. I've also found surprises from you that are just watchers that are watchers. It sounds like you're a voyeur. Subscribers that have decided to use my address, which is in the description of all my videos, just to send a hello letter or a hello postcard, and sometimes even a gift of some sort that I feature in these videos. Always happy to find a surprise. So thank you so much. Thank you to the three of these people. Kelly and Pief and Robert for all of those beautiful envelopes with the stamps. I will be responding when I can. Things are happening around here, so things are busy. Hopefully you guys are having a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Bye. The after effects of showing you a video like this is the cleanup, and I want to make sure I put it away in country order because I've been doing a lot of that lately, and not just jamming it back in an envelope and setting it aside somewhere.